Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dash. I'm here with a new video for you guys today. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much who've been watching the video all the way through, because when you watch the video all the way through, what happens is this video gets explored out to more people and more people get to see the truth. Well, in today's video, The View went further than just messing around with Trump. They went as far as messing around with Melania Trump, which is insane because she doesn't bother nobody. I think this is going to be a prime example of them, Melania Trump, suing The View. They don't have nothing else to do. They don't have nothing else to talk about. So instead of just bothering Trump, they're going to bother Trump, his family, friends, and just so on and so on. But this is gonna be insane. I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Doug and Exile for getting his videos out, and let's hop right into it. Make sure you guys go check out Doug's channel. It'll be in my description box as well. And let's see what this video is all about.
The views are shrews, and they weigh in on the Trump merch on case, and they can't resist. They go after Melania Trump. They're so mean and cruel, and they think this is delicious, but and they laugh. But I want to encourage us to laugh. They're allowed to laugh, and we're allowed to laugh. We just laugh for different reasons. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TeNapel. Let's get our news from ABC's #1 talk show.
I want to let you know what's going on, because earlier this morning, history was made here in New York when the first...
I've never seen Whoopi so happy. It looks like she drank a bottle of Jack Daniels before she went on the air.
Persecution like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And again, it's a case that should have never been brought. It's an assault on America. This is really an attack on a political opponent. That's all it is. So I'm very honored to be here. Thank you very much.
However, Trump has pleaded not guilty to falsifying business records and has denied ever having an affair with Stormy Daniels.
I'm putting the end of Sunny Hostin at the beginning here just to put all of this in context. These are all allegations. And the audience is laughing. This is why we're laughing. This is why I laugh. So they're laughing, thinking it's delicious at Trump. And I'm only saying we have our free speech right to laugh too. I laugh at people who think our legal system is still working. I laugh at the justice system where they demand that you salute the robe and be respectful as if there's anything left to respect in New York. And I laugh at you. I'm mocking you. So you laugh at Trump, we laugh at you. America is laughing at New York's justice system.
I think that...
Think is kind of stretching it, right, Sonny?
So I don't think that this is going to be a difficult case to prove. I think it can be won and lost during jury selection. That's what most lawyers say. You win or lose. And so what's going to be very interesting is who is going to be on this jury. There is not going to be anyone on the jury that has never heard of Donald Trump.
Yo, so if you guys can already tell, The View, they just got to keep bringing up Trump. I think that's the only way that they keep their views or numbers up. Another thing is the polls. I mean, if Trump gets arrested, if you guys think it's high now, wait until if he gets arrested. It's going to be mind-blowing how crazy the polls are going to go. But that's just going to be his way of just getting his name more and more out there. People campaigning for him because, like, as you see The View, they already have their mindset on everything. It's crazy.
Ding dong, right? This thing is decided by the jury. And that's why we already know Trump's not going to get a fair trial. So accurate and correct, Sunny Hostin. It's about the jury. And specifically Juan Merchan gets to approve any dismissals. So he gets to handpick this jury.
But what we do want is people that still know everything, but can render an impartial verdict. And I really believe in our jury system, and I think that they can do the job.
I like how serious she gets. I still believe in our impartial jury system. Yeah, and we're laughing at you and the jury system. It's not against the law to laugh at them and to render my judgment that this thing is a fraud. And Sonny's seriousness is funny also. It's silly.
The question for me is, if he is convicted, if he is sentenced to prison, can he still run for president? Because if you are a convicted felon, guess what? You can't vote for president. I don't understand how you can be a convicted felon and run for president. That makes zero sense.
Yeah, keep clapping, everybody. Show me in the Constitution that says he can't run. It does not say it. She's inventing law. And we already know from her supporting the New York trial case what she thinks of law. To her, it's just like, I just have this preferred end in mind, and whatever it takes to get there, including breaching the law, doing unprecedented cases to persecute Trump, they're all for it.
I don't think our forefathers, the framers of the Constitution, imagined for 1 minute that there'd be somebody like Donald Trump, much less that the American people, the Republicans in this case, would support him and make him the nominee. I mean, he's made history so many times right now.
Yeah, he's going to make history again. And she's making up another law. I don't think the founders had in mind that someone like Trump would run. Did the founders have in mind that Trump would be facing 5, 6 lawsuits from political opponents with all kinds of made-up charges, stretches of the law, unprecedented timing, when he decides to run for president? Did the founders have that in mind, or do you only care about the founders when it comes to them imagining someone like Trump? Can they imagine someone like Biden opening up the border or doing whatever he did to Tara Reade, which is worse than anything they've accused Trump of? You also have to put that in context. It's not Trump versus some perfect Ronald Reagan. It's Trump versus Joe Biden.
This is, I think this is a political issue.
No kidding.
I don't know. I've kind of lost hope that anything is going to make a difference when it comes to the Republican base and his supporters.
For those of you who've lost hope, don't be like Anna Navarro. She goes, I've lost hope on the Republican base and the voters, and she's all glum, going, there's no justice. We should cheer at that our loyalty and fun we're having is disheartening the enemy. They're losing their confidence. They're the ones now going, I don't trust the American voter anymore. That's because of us. That's a good thing.
But there's also a personal issue. I mean, Melania has barely been seen in the last few months.
That because she is quiet and don't like to bother anyone. I was just, in my mind, I'm thinking, she's not bothering anyone. She doesn't like to be out in front of the camera, doing a lot of things. And you got them talking about someone that is not bothering no one. And The View is targeting her. She doesn't bother nobody. She doesn't want to be in drama. But instead, they're still just going to bring her name up.
Barely been campaigning. And now she's going to have to deal with the public embarrassment.
She doesn't have to deal with anything. She doesn't go out in the public because she doesn't like sopping up the cameras. This isn't Hillary Clinton we're talking about, okay? She's a quiet woman and she's a very kind of modest, shy person. And now they're bringing her into this. No one even brought Melania Trump up, and The View only rolls her out so they can start smacking her around because remember, this is a woman show, a pro-woman show. And this is what they do to a fellow woman. They're backing up a Playboy model stripper and a porn star to throw darts at Melania Trump. As far as we know, a good first lady, good mom, good wife, good daughter.
It's a crime because he was in the middle of a campaign and it's considered a campaign contribution, unreported.
Yeah, and don't forget about the illegal contributions. Barack Obama himself got fined out of office for his illegal contributions. What about Hillary Clinton? Just mountains and mountains of illegal contributions, even from foreign entities. But our law system never went out for them because this is where it becomes a Marxist communist law system. They only use it to prosecute political opponents, and your own side gets a pass. So that's an important point that Ana Navarro brings up.
I'm frustrated because the case that actually could change public sentiment, the January 6th trial, is like nowhere to be found.
Yes. Push that thing aside, ladies and gentlemen. Whose fault is that? That's Jack Smith with his procedures, ended up convoluting it, complicating it, and now it's pushed off. And I'm just celebrating that. And again, laughing. January 6th trial, nowhere to be seen.
We're waiting on the immunity ruling.
Yeah.
We very well may not have a verdict in that ahead of the election. And that's scary for me because I think that's what actually could change the course of this election and wake.
There you guys have it. They are trying to. Oh, they know that 2024 elections, that if it plays in Trump's favor, it is done. They are trying to push everything before the elections because they know that if Trump campaigns, he goes out, it won't even be a shot.
People up to how dangerous it is.
It's only scary to her because they don't get to use that now to change the course of the election. She just admitted to it. I just want to change the course of this election. She's a Democrat talking point. I'm agreeing with her. Thanks for admitting it.
Slapping his behind with a Forbes magazine. When Melania Trump had just given birth.
She brings up this slapping Trump's bottom with a Forbes magazine, which is a weird rumor that that's what Stormy Daniels did to him. Personally, I think it's one of the better uses you could use for a Forbes magazine. I think Anna Navarro is only mad that it's not, Mother Jones.
You know, I'd like to hear the evangelicals.
Oh, now they're bringing up the evangelicals. Guilty. How am I supposed to think, Anna Navarro? They're going to tell you in a minute.
You looked at some research that said independents and moderate Republicans would never vote for a convicted felon.
Yeah, that was a fake. Poll where they did not tell you that these false trials were going to be run up against Trump. They just go, in general, do you want to vote for a felon? Like, do you want to vote for O.J. Simpson? A felon? No. Okay. These polls, they can flip the words around to mean anything they want.
So that's a good question. This is kind of the $1 million question that I don't know the answer to, but my theory, knowing Republican voters very well, I think there should be an asterisk in that polling. I think if he's a convicted felon in January 6th, the documents case, 100%. A lot of people would leave him. A lot of independents, moderate Republicans.
And studies have shown that.
Yeah. I don't know that Republican voters who said that agree in this case.
Yeah, because in this case, we know it's a false trial. Is it, I won't vote for a felon no matter how you turn a guy into a felon? Hardly. People aren't dumb. And that's all old news. They thought that was how people think. That was so last year. They have not addressed where culture's at this year when people see Trump brilliantly campaign on these indictments against him that are going to walk him into the White House.
Like, how can an evangelical voter?
There we go with the evangelicals again. I'll tell you, it's very easy for an evangelical to vote for Trump. And by the way, I'm a pro-lifer. And Trump kind of threw us under the bus last week. It doesn't mean I won't vote for him, because who's the alternate? Joe Biden. Are evangelicals attracted to vote for Joe Biden? They pretend like there's no one else running. It's easy for an evangelical to vote for Trump, especially when the left, the Democrat Party, is persecuting churches. They hunt us for game. They spy on us. Trump won't do that. There's a lot of things that Trump I may disagree with him on. And I even think he's probably a bad man in certain areas, but nothing compared to Biden. And lo and behold, that's what this election is about. They won't bring up Biden. They won't defend Biden. They won't talk about Biden's record. They won't talk about what Biden did to one of his aides, pinned her in an office and violated her. They won't talk about that. And so how do evangelicals vote for that?
Who
They think
believes
it's a
in
witch
family values and believes in systems in this country would vote for someone who is convicted.
About that.
Because we all, Christians, in fact, evangelicals know better than anyone Christian who's suffered religious persecution. No one's had more persecution than the Christians in the last 1,000 years. It's even more than any other group you'd think. More of us are put to death. More of us are persecuted for our beliefs. We always have been. From the beginning, Jesus warned us, if the world's after you, it'll come out. Just remember, it hated me first. And that's been kind of our charter. He knows what's going to happen if you're an evangelical. You're going to get persecuted. And all I can say is all those evangelicals know what it's like to be unfairly treated. It's actually really similar to the black vote, who go, look, I know what it's like to be mistried and have a cop pull me over on a late night when I didn't do anything. And so that's what they used to vote for on the Democrats. And now they're seeing Trump get mistried. And suddenly you have 30% of the black male vote is now turning to Trump. They know what it's like to be mistried. So do evangelicals, Sonny. They know what it's like to have you lie about our people all the time.
Here on the show when he said they think he's the coming of Christ.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be Christ-like. They actually are believing.
And there's exhibit A for why evangelicals vote for Trump, because of liars like blonde hairdo here. She said that we evangelicals think Trump is actually a second coming of Christ. That's the kind of lie and libel that gets us to say, you're wrong, and now I'm twice as loyal to Trump because of the lies that you tell about Christian voters. I don't know of anyone, I don't know of anyone in my audience that says, like, Trump is the chosen one, Trump is God's anointed. I've seen some of those comments before. Very rare. It's not why evangelicals vote for Trump. It's because we know the Democrat state is hunting us. We'll lose religious liberty. They're terrible on picking judges that will defend free speech, which is how we're able to articulate, spread the gospel freely, is because we have free speech here, that they're going to take you down for your words, for what you believe. They're checking your emails. They're checking your messages. It's documented. Biden's FBI, the Department of Justice, evangelicals are terrified of the left. And we're supposed to go, oh, I have family values, so I can't support Trump. They think we're dumb.
I know, it's a terrible image.
Well, no, it's not illegal to have your butt smacked by a Forbes magazine.
It's scary that Whoopi seems to say that with authority. I'm Doug in Exile.
Yo, that is completely insane on like what all is going on. Like, they know what's about to happen. They are trying to stop the happening from happening. They are just too far gone. Like, I don't even see how this show is still even up. But guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section about this video. Also, let me know what you guys think. Should Melania Trump end up suing them? I think she should. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll be wrapping today's video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.